to get the map maker to talk?
Well, first we need to figure out if he knows this forger. So maybe ask her, do you know this person?
No, we're not going out to collect more evidence.
Or call her, I mean, but yeah.
Oh, well, if she does know him, then she's not going to admit
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
yeah, no,
only
no.
and saying so would only tip her off that we're onto it if she is a part
Mm,
of it.
mm,
Yeah. So once again, the question is,
yeah.
can we use Bray in some way to get this guy to talk? We're trying to crack this guy.
If he knows, let's assume he knows her. How would they know each other? What would be their
Okay.
relationship?
Guys, I am discarding the clueless card.
Good. But that card.
Without any ideas on. Oh! I got another card.
Yeah, you did. You brought up Bray again, and somehow you got another card all of a sudden.
All right, so it is Bray.
No,
No.
he could be fucking with you.
Yeah.
But I like
I
that
like
idea.
your expression. I'm like, God damn it.
I like that idea. We could be we could be on the right track because we haven't done a whole lot of exploration of that idea. How do we use Bray? Bray told us you sold him a forged map.
There's other items too that they sold, right?
Yeah, decoys.
Well, you've recovered every map stolen except for you got a forgery for the Bray map. All the other maps
what
are.
if they wanted the family heirloom back?
They can just ask for it back.
Okay, once again, break this guy with Bray. How?
He's slowly eating meal and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
this is what we're trying to do, I guess, because we haven't talked a lot about how we might use Bray involved in this.
So close.
I hate you.
maybe Bray was the client?
Again, why would you want to steal her own map?
Well,
If it was donated, then that means that it does technically belong to them, right? Like the
Yeah, they can
museum?
just ask for it back.
Hmm.
No, because if it wasn't loaned, it was donated.
No, it's on permanent loan. Although you could very easily, she could have, she has the legal right to go, hey, I need that map. And they go, yes, ma'am. Ooh, there's your map.
right.
So, yeah. Now,
Thing?
I'm not saying that you guys know all the aspects of the case, but I'm saying that with what you've got and all that, you could very easily walk in, say one sentence, and crack the case.
Yep.
It's just which sentence.
Yep.
What if they're trying to get it for fame?
Believe me, there's no fame in old maps.
True. Uh,
Did you gasp? Did somebody
Yeah.
gasp? Yeah. What?
what is it?
No, I think he was sighing.
Oh, okay.
I'm used to
No.
people sighing when I GM. It happens a lot, actually. This is one of the harder cases, just so Liz knows. It's not.
Yeah.
They're not all like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. This is definitely an MFer. Yeah. This is a motherfucker case.
Okay, let's go over all of the evidence that we have. We know
Okay.
that. Let's go over the sequence of events.
Okay.
We know that yesterday, last night, 2 nights ago,
Yeah.
someone.
We know who.
The masonry! We haven't paid much attention to the masonry. What was that about?
The masonry?
That was by the
Yeah.
dumpster?
Yeah. He pulled a brick out. The thief pulled a brick out to.
Yeah, the zip code guy probably did all that.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And?
And
Right, that was Zuko. So then...
Yeah, so Zuko breaks in, fucks with the cameras, kills the guard that was the only one there, steals
Okay,
a bunch of...
so the motive for the initial... So we need a motive for forgery, and we need a motive for murder. To
Well,
murder
the murder was
Zuko.
just...
Because
The
the
murder was...
crime that Zuko committed at this point is irrelevant. It's been solved. We need to know about the forgery, who ordered the forgery, and who killed Zuko.
Right. My bet is the map maker didn't kill Zuko. My
Yeah,
bet is
that's-
William Hall did.
Or,
I don't know, the
yeah.
map maker didn't know William Hull, and whoever did put the forgery there would have to know the map maker.
Why do we have a forgery at all? What was he trying to do with the forgery at the map shop?
Make it
Sell it to him?
I'll tell you this for free. You don't have all that information, but at this point, you don't need it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think it could possibly be to cover up that they took the map. But at that point, what would be the person's reason for taking the map?
Again, you don't have that information, but you don't need it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go with, for simplicity's sake, the forger knows the perp. Let's work on that assumption.
Which perp?
We don't know. We got guesses about who the perp was.
No,
Let's
which
go
perp?
with the forger knows the perp. How do we get him to give up the perp?
Well, we know who the perp is. That stole the map. It's the dead dude. Yeah,
Oh!
the mark.
No,
Oh,
not,
oh,
the,
oh,
not
oh,
the perp there. Who shot?
Oh,
Hold on.
we thought.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What if we said, what if we give up that there was a murder, and that the person that he gave the map to killed someone, and implicated him in the murder,
Okay.
and we get him to say the name.
And you're being charged. You're going to be charged with accessory unless you tell us.
And you're going to be charged with accessory to murder. And if he does know the murderer, then they might say the name.
All right, I'm trying to think. Is there a problem with that? Yeah, there is a
We'll
problem with
say-
that. We don't know what to say who the perp is.
Exactly. We say the person
The
you handed the
fictional perp who gave him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we're going under the assumption that he knows the perp. But yes.
But that was the assumption because we got 5
Yeah.
minutes left. And let's just narrow this fucker down to something very specific and try and work that. Okay, so you're an accessory to murder. You've been implicated. But what do we say? We don't know who the guy who gave him up was? Can you give him up for us? It doesn't make any sense.
No, what I'm saying is,
Okay.
if we say that the person who he gave the map to gave him up, he might accidentally say the perpetrator's name in defending himself.
A hardened criminal might.
Skeptical.
Mm,
I mean,
He
fuck, we got 3 minutes left. You want to go in and give it a try? Go ahead.
we have more than 3 minutes. You know that.
It's 11:57. I'm quitting this at 12. We have 3 minutes. I'm calling it then. Because I'm not going to sit here and stew for a fucking hour and a half. No
You
fucking
may,
way.
you may as well just let her in there and see what she can do then, by God.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Go ahead, try it.
I go in.
All right, he's chewing his food and looking at you.
Here's the deal. Last night, Zuko, the person we were talking about, he was murdered.
Holy crap! What's this to do with me, though?
This forgery was found at the scene of the crime. We have reason to believe that
Oh
you
my
were the
God,
one
you
who
mean-
made it.
Okay, are you saying that people who touch this forgery are dying?
What I'm saying is that you most likely gave this forgery to the perpetrator, and the perpetrator has given you up as doing so. If you don't, you're going to be charged with accessory to murder.
But I didn't kill anybody. I don't know anybody who killed anybody. But wait, are you saying that people are dying
Yes.
over this? He points at the forgery that's on the table.
Yes.
Bring me a DA. I'll give you a statement. For
It
a
was
minute.
that fucking easy.
Oh yeah, if people are dying, I don't want any part of that, he says.
It was that fucking easy.
That's why we send your ass in and see what you can do. Good job. You solved the fucking case.
No problem. You guys bring in the DA, and yeah, he immediately turns on Mrs. Bray. Yes.
Yep.
Well, okay, explain. What,
Okay.
why?
Well, all that he knows is she brought him a map and said, I would like copies of this that look exactly like, and he's like, forgeries? She's like, it's my map. And he said, okay, sure, not forgeries. And then he made her copies, and he didn't know why. Now, it turns out later that there's a bunch of information you guys didn't get, but it's enough to end the mission on. While she decreases, while Liz decreases her massive hand size down to 4 cards.
You're better at this than me. Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yes.
But
I'm terrible at that part.
okay, now I'll go ahead and tell you some of the things you missed if you'd like, although it doesn't end up mattering for solving the case. Essentially, all you had to do is compare the map to the one that was pictured behind the guy in the newspaper article. Like if you'd like gotten it blown up, then you would discover that a river had changed course. The river is the dividing line between a Indian reservation and the rest of the state. And essentially the Indians were building a casino right there where land had changed. So it's technically not on their property. And it would have put Hull's riverboat casinos, big river, into less money and such. And because of that, oh, you didn't have any reds, did you, Liz?
No.
Cool. And because of that, he would have been losing money. That's why he was looking desperately for the map. The reason that Bray had gotten it is she wanted to make it look as though the only map that they had was a forgery, hence they would allow the Indian casino to go ahead and go because they didn't have any proof it wasn't. The reason this would have been good for her family is, remember, they still have land out there, and her land would be right next to a big new profitable casino, and she was going to profit off of that because her family money was okay. But as you guys had pointed out, rich people always be wanting more money. So now my question is,
convoluted as fuck. I have no idea what you just said.
totally is.
I don't agree.
Yeah, there's a reason this is prestige. Now,
You just solved the prestige mod on your first game.
yeah, that's fucking
Yeah, that's exactly. Yes, give yourself a cookie.
There is nothing better than having the new person fucking crack their first case. Yeah. So now, my question is, do you want to end the session there, or do you want to take her on a tour of the multiverse and then end the session?
We can show her some fuckery.
Yeah, let's do some fuckery.
Let's do some fuckery.
Okay.
Woo! Celebratory fuckery.
Yes. Okay. So first step will be what?
First,
Don't
we
just go. We go here to break it down.
No. We have stuff to do in these bodies.
I'll drive the car. Okay, right. You want to make trumps?
Well,
That's not what he's
no.
talking about. That comes during skill whoring time, which
I
will
want-
No, I'm
to-
thinking we can make. We were talking about making trumps and cashing them around this.
Well, that comes during skill horn.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, but we won't be here during skill whoring.
Yes, but next time you come back to this area, you can hide some trumps and stuff.
What I want to do
mean-
is I want to drain these dudes' credit cards, get as
Oh,
much
geez.
money as we can,
Okay.
get like a storage unit just for us, put a bunch of money in there as like a backup kind of.
Sure, I'll take a cash advance for 5,000 Shimmer bucks. That's cool.
Yeah. So like what is okay? So yeah, let's rent a storage unit for let's say the next.
These guys are not rich. These guys are honest cops, so they've only got. You can get like 2,000 each out of their.
You said the credit
account.
cards had a 5,000 limit.
Yeah.
Did
Cards
I?
have $5,000.
CC 5K limit. Yes, you did.
Oh well, carry on.
So let's leave these guys in serious debt.
Mm.
That's the
All
first
right.
thing I do. I take a fucking cash advance for $5,000.
It will decrease your sanity for putting murder. And
Okay. How about
Decrease my sanity for what?
It'll decrease your sanity award for putting away a murderer and a pedo.
okay? Let's all do that then. Let's just get enough for a storage unit, so we have one in this zone,
Okay.
and then leave them the rest of the money, so we don't like completely fuck them over.
Yeah, we were looking for a way to get stuff from other zones into this zone. We're looking for an end run.
It's very, very low cost. You do need an ID, so but to get in and out of the storage unit, pretty much all you need is the gate code, which you'll have, and a key for whatever lock you provide.
Yeah,
So
so let's say like we'll pay for like 2 or 3 seasons.
yeah,
and then
that's
we'll
that
have that.
charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a storage unit in Sherman. Good.
Make a note you've got for 3 seasons in Shermer. Sure, you get a storage unit done.
You
Right.
keep track of that, Freddie?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. I would like to stash. What kind of trump do we want to stash here? Like a trump of.
Well, first we need to get out of these bodies and then stack wherever we need to stack. Because we're still in these bodies, we need to try to walk out.
Right.
Now, when that
So one of us could get out and then come back and help the other 2 out who are still in the bodies.
Yes, because we want to experiment with the trumps and see what happens. So one of us can leave. Oh, that's going to be difficult.
Exactly. That's going to be difficult. It's just a thought. And I don't
Oh,
have
no, that's fine. I can trump Kate, so I can take Kate with us. That's fine, don't worry.
Okay.
Helpful.
There is a cleanse, so we can cleanse out.
hmm
That's all the way in St. Louis, but whatever, it's fine.
Why is hopping vampires in the sanity section?
You
Wouldn't
familiar
go
with Chinese mythology?
Hopping vampires. That's a thing in the sanity
Chinese
section.
mythology.
Okay.
Google it.
Yeah.
Rock, you have a trump of me, right? On your own body.
On my own
The
body.
question you need to ask yourself is, why is bestiality in the Sandy Lost section?
And marriage.
I know why bestiality is in.
It's because it's come up, so to speak.
Okay,
That's
I've
the
got a
alarming
trump.
thing.
I can believe that. And what the heck is Gug?
That's a
Mhm.
Cthulhu thing.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird shit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a trump of you.
Alright, so if you...
Well, not on you, but yeah.
No, not on me. He said on my body for real.
Okay.
So if you cleanse back to the embassy, grab your shit, then you can cleanse, then you can trump. But would you trump to me if I'm in this body? Probably not.
I could trump back to you. We could see what happens if I
Yeah.
trump back to you. And I could trump back to you and bring you any trumps you want.
True. So what happens when you leave? I read this on the boards. Your body will stay. The real body, as in the female, will stay behind. So the two of us will need to say, "Oh, you had a haircut," or something, and then just play it off, and so she doesn't suspect anything.
Well, the thing we do in the barbershop is completely a male thing, so it's probably not good for me to be doing it. But we were talking about other two people say, "Did you enjoy your shave?"
Okay, so then I would need to go back. Okay, fine. I have a Trump review, so we can test to see what happens.
Okay. And
Okay.
I'm not blue, so we need to get me blue and make blue trumps with me too.
Logan,
Hmm?
do I still have gills?
No.
They're gone? On my,
Currently.
because they can see me as I am, so there's
Yes.
no gills. Okay,
Yeah. Mainly, yeah. You're not sure why that is.
okay, that's fine.
Hey,
Okay.
we're 420 minutes in.
Yay!
Okay.
No, 4 hours, 20 minutes. Bless.
420 Blaze.
Hey.
So let's experiment and see what happens if I
All
try
right,
to
so
jump
you
rock.
go get a shave. We'll be standing outside the shop. When the guy comes out and he's confused, we'll say we need to go down to the station. You know, we got a case or whatever.
Oh,
And
just
then
let
if there's
him
no
go.
case, we'll say, oops.
By the way, when I
What's
jumped,
the story? What's the story we give the guy? I don't know. Did you enjoy your shave? Let's do it when's Clem's open. Why are you in St. Louis?
you heard the best barber was in St. Louis, and you really wanted to come.
You guys come up with the worst fucking cover stories I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, that's a terrible cover story. We could be on a
What are we
case.
trying to cover up?
Do you want to
Bad
explain this?
Mojo. All players drop 2 magic points.
Okay.
I'd say
Bad-
the best cover story is we're in St. Louis on a case.
Give me law rolls, everybody.
Law?
Wouldn't that be out of your jurisdiction?
Massively. But we could be collecting evidence for a case back in Chicago.
What are we trying to cover up again?
Why
Do you want-
why this person is in a barber shop in St. Louis getting a shave.
Oh,
The
might want
look on her face, like, what the fuck
you
is
might want
going
to explain what we're about to do.
Doppelganger.
Okay.
No. Okay, so
Did
listen,
everybody drop the 2 magic points?
yes, there's a barbershop that allows you to travel to other worlds, but when you do so, if you're in another body, that body stays behind, and you go to whatever your real body is. You with
Okay.
me so far?
Yeah.
So we need to figure out what to tell the real body that you're in when
You're
you
right.
leave.
Yeah, we need to come up with a cover story. We're in St. Louis for some damn reason. And he's getting a shave. He's got a hot towel on his face when this happens.
Amnesia.
Let's see. Freddie and Rock, give me memory rolls
Okay.
or evidence analysis. Actually, evidence analysis would be better. 'Cause
I made the memories, so
Evidence
no?
analysis at a quarter.
Would it have made the evidence analysis roll as well, Freddie?
Yes.
Good enough. Well,
Me too, yeah. I would have made the evidence analysis roll too.
you guys are thinking that it would definitely be tipping your hand if one of these people was to wake up in a fucking barber chair of a barber shop you'd rather keep completely off the fucking radar as opposed to, I don't know, police surveillance on it or something like that. Just wanted to mention that because your
so-
character, like, this sounds like a horrible idea to me.
So we're only the shadow walker. Okay.
Well, if we're not clever enough, we'll discuss it on the boards. Maybe
Good.
somebody else will be.
There you go.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. We just didn't figure it out. But we've got ideas. We've got experiments to try. We've got a storage locker in Chicago Shermer. I think we did good. Let's get out of here. I start driving the car because I don't want him driving the car when we shadow walk.
That's fair.
Wait, Logan, before I shadow walk, if I fail, we're going to end up in Loopy Land.
In which land?
Loopy Land, because the last time I tried to target shadow walk, you were like, you fail, you're in the middle of space or whatever.
Oh, that's because of where you were going to.
If you're off target for Guri, you're in space.
Okay.
It's just not a big place. It's a rock.
What? And if I'm off target in this skin?
Hey, you may end up in South America in a whole different shadow. You don't know. The look on your face, priceless.
All right, well, I'm going to make my drive roll. Crit.
He's got the window rolled down. He's got his arm out of it. His porn mustache is flapping in the breeze.
It's all
right.
you.
Okay, you might want to buckle up. This is going to be a bit weird.
Okay.
I attempt to shadow walk us to the parking lot that we have in Biskin.
Got it.
Does anyone have a... Oh, does this count as a writing skill, Logan?
Yes.
I play my writing skill 20.
That should help.
And here we go.
Shit. I just accidentally clicked on Freddy's
Damn it.
card and triggered stealing. How do I untrigger stealing? Okay.
That's fine.
Denied. Okay, cool.
Cool. Well, looks like you're doomed. Actually, targeted shadow walk is a really bad idea because she's... Oh, wait, no, you can still target walk her out. No problem
Yeah.
there. But it looks as though you're all going to be somewhere at random in the globe, not in the correct shadow.
So, it
So
doesn't just
what he's
fail.
saying is you need to blow pause now.
So it doesn't just fail like it's done before.
Sometimes
You
it
need to
fails, sometimes you go somewhere else. It's whatever
Alright.
horrible shit Logan can come up with.
I hate
You
it.
need to blow your points now, buddy.
Does anyone have a limited retrieve?
No.
Oh, I have limited retrieve.
Oh,
Cool.
can you grab that writing skill 20 for me? And
Here.
just trade it. Oh,
Trade?
okay, cool. That's fine.
Um,
I'll,
Yeah,
Just
just give
say
her
you
give her a card, Freddie.
yeah.
And we're good.
Here, you can have this.
Okay. It's all you, buddy.
It's
you're
all
blowing pause to
you.
get a reroll?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, do you have a reroll? Or...
yeah, I do.
Oh, please.
Here you go.
Oh, trade him a reroll then. Don't
Yeah.
take your limited retrieve back before you do the stop playing cards. Take your limited retrieve back.
Well, no, she
Unless you
needed
want to do the writing skill plus 1.
I still want the
No,
writing
it's
skill.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think we should save the limited retrieve for something else.
Yeah.
'Cause she's got
Just
lots
take
of
the
cycling
reroll.
cards.
Just take the reroll.
Okay.
Take
So,
only
now-
the reroll.
For just 40 instead of 60?
Okay. Good point.
I'm just saying.
He has a much, if he blows all those cards, then he has a much better chance of doing it.
Good. All right, we'll blow him.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so
Yeah,
ditch your
so-
limited retrieve
Yeah.
and give you something else. for it.
And here's another card for trading me. Drop your limited retrieve on the floor.
There.
Yeah, just get rid of the
And
limited retrieve.
then...
Alright, here we go again.
Okay, come on, 60 or less. Woo! 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 Blow them
Come on.
fucking pots. Yeah, blow them pots. Woo!
Okay.
That's the sound of the pause suction. Pause is another old school name that we call hero points. Hero points are lifeblood of your character. I don't think you've blown any yet, Liz, but you want to be miserly with those. Because when you get down to
What?
under 10, there's a red
What
flashing
minute
light.
power, Logan?
What?
Create
What minute power?
new power.
What about power?
I
Crit
quit
him.
it.
Oh, new power. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on a second. Let me see what is available at that. Open. Ember. Yeah, and if you get a crit on doing some neat shit, then it can be very neat. But let me see here. This is specific shadow. Wait.
Yeah.
A second here.
Specific
Walk
target.
shadow.
Yeah.
Looking. Explore shadow. Pattern defense. Where is explore shadow off
It
of?
comes off of group catalog, I think. Or large group catalog.
Let's see. Company.
You can tell me that.
There it is. Okay, Lee, go to a specific place in shadow you already know. Got it. You could go for a time twice a day, or you could go to Hellride to a specific place in shadow. If you have Hellride already.
I don't.
If you already have Royal Road, do you have Royal Road?
No, I don't.
Okay, the only thing you can get then with the crit is second time a day trying to get to a specific place.
That's fine.
Cool. All right, so that's taken care of. Right, you guys drive. Eventually, he takes you off-roading, takes you on a dirt road, and the sky kind of turns pink for a while, and then he takes you, and the sky turns back blue after a while, and he drives you up, and you're like, this took like a couple hours, and then he pulls up next to this big fucking line of all these different cars and shit, and he parks right there, and he kills the engine, and he goes, and everybody goes, and then you guys get out, and then he takes you over through a bunch of trees and stuff like that, and then you go, and eventually you find this big city. But the weird thing is that everybody's got fucking animal heads. There's aardvark-headed people, there's fox-headed people, there's raccoon-headed people. They're all walking around just talking to each other and waving and stuff. And they go, oh, it's the Rock. Hello, Rock. Hello, Rock's friend. They wave at you. And they seem to be seeing you for who you are as opposed to muscular black guy or whatever. And they kind of go, oh, and it's Freddy. And a couple of them
is square with the embassy.
Okay. Yeah, but you know, they're still,
yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, I know. Logan knows, but they either don't or don't care or whatever. I mean, they're not throwing garbage at him, so that's a plus. Okay. And right, and then he takes you over into this walled city, and then he wanders around, and eventually you come to this other walled thing, and there's these rhino-headed people with rifles, and everybody's got like Old West type clothing on, but it's not like the cowboy shit. It's like the back east during the Old West days. And he takes you in, and the rhino-headed people are like, it's Freddy. They just let you guys in, and you go in, and it's this huge compound that's got like all this nature shit and lots of buildings and stuff. And there's a few like really super well guarded buildings. And then he takes you over to, it looks like a 2-story elaborate doghouse in a shallow pit. And there's water in the bottom of the pit because you forgot about rain. Yeah. So, and then the doghouse door is not big enough to walk in, so you have to crawl through the water to go into the doghouse. Are you wanting to go take her into the doghouse?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys crawl through the fucking water into this doghouse, and it's got an upstairs and downstairs. It's like one of those micro houses, and it's got a bunch of blankets. And somebody put in a brand new dog sleeping thing, fortunately on the second floor, and Freddy gets his equipment and puts his equipment back on. He likes to wear a lot of black for some reason. He might be a goth, you're not sure. And yeah, and Rock seems to be like, why am I crawling through water?
Exactly, Freddy. Can we go into the embassy? You notice the Australian flag is hanging from the...
Sure, I just wanted my stuff. I'll fix
your
this.
Stuff is on you, isn't it?
It's in the doghouse.
Yeah, it's all in the doghouse. Your stuff's probably inside where you...
You could save me a crawl through the water, dude. That's
I
what you were
wanted
doing.
to go to the dog.
Oh, that's a mark against Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon I won't let you into the embassy.
Right. So now, Freddy, are you wanting to try to go into the embassy?
I'll ask first. May I
They
enter?
make you wait for a few minutes. They get 4 of the Doras who are guards, and they stick with you like glue all the time you're in the embassy. So you're now allowed in the embassy, but you have to have 4 guards with you at all times.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I greet Elwin if he's available.
He takes you over and he shows you this dude. And unlike everybody else who's got animal head, this guy's a fucking all-out elf. We're talking Lord of the Rings, fucking pointy ears. And he's like, "Oh, hello, it's good to see you again, Rock. And who's this?"
Oh, this is Kate Kirigiri. She's a detective.
Oh, excellent. He shakes your hand. He says, "My name is Elwin. I'm one of Joshua McKay's kids. He's our adopted father, so he has rounded tips. We don't.
Don't you mean Ambassador McKay?
I'm allowed to call him Dad. You can call him Ambassador McKay.
Okay.
He's the head Australian here. And keep in mind, while you're in these lands, anybody who addresses you as an Australian, it's true and it's a point of honor."
All right.
All right. If you need any supplies, he looks at the way you're dressed. He says, "We can get you some clothes. If you need new clothes and such, I don't know if you're wanting to wear those oversized clothes around, but
Well, I got mud on it. I got mud on my, He made us crawl through the mud, Freddie. You know.
He just looks at Freddie and he goes, "Why did you build your doghouse in a pit?"
I wanted to avoid more rocket launchers.
Fair. All right. You know that more than half of your doghouse sticks out above the pit.
That's half of the doghouse, that's safe.
You know that the rocket launcher came from the air last time.
Look, do I look like a builder to you?
I believe the word is architect.
By the way, Kate,
Exactly.
Kate, we've had a number of run-ins with the Joker. I described Heath Ledger Joker. The Heath Ledger Joker is following us around. His house got blown up by the Joker firing some kind of RPG at it. So we had to rebuild his house. He wanted to build it in a pit.
We've upped security quite a bit, so
Yes.
we're doing our best to make sure that we don't get repeats of that. Unfortunately, we have had some people that tried to fight him. He is super good at fighting, so if you could, kill him at some point, that'd really be a big help for us all.
He'll come back, he's a door.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
All right, well, he instructs a lady named Foxy, who is not a fox. She is, I believe, a cat. And and to help you with clothes and stuff. And she says, "Do you want adventuring clothes or a nice dress, or what would you like? Are
Let's
you
do
female?"
adventuring clothes.
All right. The adventuring clothes are made out of like hardware and canvas with like leather patches on the elbows and knees. They get you garbed up. She says, "Do you know where you're going next? Do you need a hog leg?"
I should probably have one, yeah.
She gives you this remarkably heavy, huge, fucking cumbersome pistol that looks like it's almost going to be impossible to ever reload. And she goes, "Here you go."
Here you go. I hand it back.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, well, they'll outfit you with some.
We need to give a crash course on everything.
The what?
The briefing. She's new.
Briefing. No, let's just take her places and let her absorb it. By the way, she gets tarot cards.
Yes, I was just remember that.
Okay.
And Foxy goes, "Well, this is the embassy you're at." Foxy was working on, and there's humans that live here also, lots of them, like a few, like maybe 1,000 now that keep having kids, and the kids grow up really fast though, so be careful about getting pregnant. And let's see, the what else is there? They're all refugees from some sort of video game that they were playing, and the evil corporation bought their pods and started doing scientific experiments. They went to some other land that they call the MMO land, but then Alex Kinley flew them in a big wooden ship through some sort of waterfall whirlpool thing, and then they went to a place called Burlington that's all underwater, I've been told. I don't know why. And then they said, where will we put these people? And then they put them here because they have no idea what to do. And also they have a lot of elves that live here, and nobody seems to like elves. They don't like elves at all here. People are really, really racist toward elves. And so Elwin keeps in here so he doesn't get killed. With his sister,
think for the Old West, think about how people felt about Native Americans at this time period.
Native Americans who were mostly necromancers, go with that. Our new tarot cards are the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. If you're wanting to turn in her tarot cards that you've accumulated so far at this time, you're in a good place to do it.
Yep. That's what we do. Magician, Devil, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I'll notify Pete.
Great.
Just put it on the board there.
Yeah.
And you should keep track of what tarot cards are yours, Elizabeth.
Actually, she doesn't even need to. If you let Pete know that they're hers, then when he breaks a new deck, eventually she will get her cards. I don't know how many decks that they're going to need to break or how he's going to do that, but he's working on being super fair about it. So
cool. All right. That's good.
Where are my tarot cards? Are these?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm taking a list. I'm going to give it to Pete.
Yeah,
Keep track of this on a big old spreadsheet.
We're trying not to drown you in shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
No, we should drown you in shit.
no,
Ready? Cool. And
here's one.
no, that was only you. You got drowned in shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. She says, okay, well, that's pretty much everything going on that I know about. These guys are always fighting, and exploring. Oh, and if they introduce you to Clems, you don't want the Clems to hear because the spikes, okay?
Okay.
Great. That covers everything. Have a lovely time.
Thank you. You too.
I work in the kitchen, so if you need some food, she glares at Freddie, and you're not him, feel free to stop by and have a chat anytime.
Why does everybody here seem to hate Freddy?
She
It's
says,
a long
they have Owen fooled, but I know that you're still the same person. She storms off.
Freddie kind of used this as his own personal dumping ground and was like, Elwin, get me this. Elwin, get me that. Elwin, get me this. No thank yous. Nothing. Rude as fuck.
I mean, look,
The four guards all nod and then go.
All right.
So I suggest you treat people with respect and thank them and, actually be courteous because it matters.
All right. I was planning on doing that anyways.
I know.
unless you don't care.
Unless you're him and you don't care, and then you get a
No,
written
I
guards
care.
following around.
The
I
guards
have a lot
all.
on
He also burns down buildings, but they don't know
that
about
was
that. Do they?
accidental.
We all the guards nod and they're like, we know.
His nickname is Freddy Firestarter.
He's tried to burn down the embassy at least twice.
Oh, okay. Well then, that's good.
No.
We've got all sorts of places we could take you to.
One of the
down-
guards goes, "Oh, the places they will show you."
Mhm. But
Yeah,
this is the
pub-
Australian embassy in what we call Beastkin Land.
All right.
The thing he was talking about the whirlpool, that was blocked up, and that's why the whole dimension of Burlington is now underwater.
I like to lean over to Rock and I'm like, kind of half smiling and I'm like, hey Rock,
Mhm.
should we make her walk the pattern?
Oh boy.
Not now. She needs to strengthen up quite a bit before we do that.
I mean,
The guards,
I've seen Vince,
are like,
I've seen Vince do it. He was fine.
Okay, look, no.
Okay.
She needs to get more endurance and more strength. She needs to be stronger before she walks that thing. It's really hard. It's not a toy. You think it's a toy?
Yeah.
One of the guards goes, buttons aren't toys.
Okay. I'm just saying it'll be a bit difficult to
Guys.
take her around.
I know, but it's
Okay,
not
fine.
safe.
Fine.
Hey. Guys,
Yeah.
my stomach's gurgling. I haven't had anything to eat all day.
We
All right,
could,
well,
we
let's
could,
prepare
this
them.
is a good place to end off if you're wanting to take a break and stuff. You're not in the
Yeah.
midst of doing anything. No worries. All right, now we're going to introduce you to the fun of end of mission card play. Before we do that, though, does anybody have any ideas for the name of this session?
It was that easy.
Yes. Yes.
That's a clever name.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was that easy.
Okay, done. All right.